serious right now, bro?
Anthony Joshua, he did it. Second round KO, second round knockout. But, it's not even a but. Kritis has said that the fight yesterday has showed the good and the bad of his new fighting style. And we're just going to get into this one. But basically, Anthony Joshua and, I forgot this guy's name. What's his name? I'll get it for you right now. Kristian Prenga, yeah? Kristian Prenga and Anthony Joshua had a fight yesterday. What the hell's going on with my computer? Okay, yeah? Had a fight in Dubai, yeah? 25th of July in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Joshua won by second round knockout, yeah? But that first round, oh my God. That first round it was peak for Joshua. Anthony Joshua suffered 2 knockdowns. 2, not 1, but, this is jammed twice, yeah? Suffered 2 knockdowns in the first round, happening just after 20 seconds. But I ain't gonna lie, that first knockdown, I was like, he smiled it off. He's like, bro, yeah, don't worry, I'm gonna get you. I'm going to get you, innit? His head, like, I'm not making excuses for Joshua, but that's my Nigerian brother. So we have to understand that he's coming off losing one of his closest guys, yeah. And just losing someone is a big is a big mental fuck up. But he lost not 1 but lost 2 of his brothers, yeah. Sinner and Latif, yeah, Lats, yeah. In Nigeria. Yeah, which is like when they say don't let Nigeria happen to you. These are one of the sad circumstances, because I ain't gonna lie. And for me, Anthony Joshua and that the driver, like they should have bruv, yeah, it's just long. But I wish that they had like an entourage of security, like bare parados. Because when I was in Nigeria last for my little brother's wedding, we was rolling heavy, parados, security, like they're clearing the road for a man to cut through. And for someone like Anthony Joshua, that shouldn't have been, like, that should just be normal. Do you get what I mean? That should just be normal. Like, even we see, not to digress too much, but even we see like videos of Burna Boy, what's his name, Davido, when they're driving their supercars and that, they've got an entourage that clears the space for them to even enjoy that car that they're driving. Do you get what I mean? But let's get back into it. He was sensationally rocked, yeah? This is words of the BBC, yeah? But I ain't gonna lie. The first one, I was like, The second one was like, bro. Serious right I was like, I was looking at my Nigerian brother like, Joshua, are you serious right now? Come on, are you serious right now? If you don't, but you know boxing, you get what I mean? And I remember I listened to the commentators. The commentators were so like believing like, oh yeah, like this was gonna be another fight with like how we had with Andy Ruiz, where Joshua went into that fight, I would say, just not prepared. He didn't rate Andy Ruiz. That's the only thing. He didn't rate him. On a good day, on a normal day, Andrew Ruiz is not beating him, but he didn't rate him. You get what I mean? But he unleashed, but Joshua, let me go back a bit, yeah? He was sensationally rocked in the huge uppercut. Now, actually, let me never go with BBC breakdown. Let me go with my own breakdown, yeah? But yeah, literally, let me keep it on my Nigerian brother, yeah? And you see, like, no shape up, no nothing. He's on works right now. Anthony Joshua's latest fight, yeah, against Kristian Prenga, yeah? Kristian Prenga was knocked out on the second round, yeah? Second round. Round 2. I don't like... it's rare. I don't know if Joshua's knocked out someone on the second round in his career. I'm going to find that out after, yeah? But we had 2 huge scares, yeah? As I said. Yes, yeah? Joshua was caught, yeah, cautiously by a big uppercut, yeah? The uppercut was kind of big, man. But I ain't gonna lie, I didn't buy it, yeah? He was knocked down twice in the opening round with Prenga looking dangerous, but close to causing major upset, yeah? And you see where it is, like, sometimes, yeah, in boxing, not even in boxing, in fighting, I've more noticed this from MMA. I've learned this from MMA. Well, I've noticed this more in MMA. See when you catch someone or you catch them with a good hit or whatever, you have to capitalize on that momentum. So, watching that fight, the first one, Joshua was like, nah, B. The second one, I ain't gonna lie. Joshua, he's in his eyes, he looked like, raw. What's going on here? Like my head is all over the place. What's going on here? Like, that's what he looked like. His eyes was like, raw. But he laughed it off again. Do you get what I mean? He laughed it off. Because, you know, us Nigerians, we no go carry last. We know. When we know something, we know. When we believe in ourselves, we believe in ourselves, yeah? But that second round, I think that, see that break, that first round, he ain't boxed for a minute, you know what I mean? He had to get them jitters off. But you see that break when he sat down. When he sat down, I don't know what they said to him in his corner. They said, Omo, get up. You know what I mean? Like, this is Prenga, bro. Like, this is someone that we know. Like, no one believed this guy was even going to make you take a knee. Yeah? To make you take a knee. But twice. Come on, Joshua. I'm on Nigerian here. Sort it out. Joshua came back with much urgency. He said, I'm on Nigerian me. You feel me? So he said, forget that. He began landing right hands, left hands, but mostly right. He backed up Prenga. He backed him up like he was like a real backstager. He just backed him up. He was pushing him to the back of the ring, to the side of it. He was just pushing this guy left, right, and center. And then I was like, okay, this is the Joshua. This Joshua is not the same Joshua in the round one. If you saw Joshua in round 2 and Joshua in round 1, the Joshua in round 1 was Anthony. That was Anthony in round 1. Round 2 was Joshua. Round 2 was Joshua. Round 1 was Anthony. You know what I mean? Everyone knows Anthony's a good G. And you know what I mean? Ant was a, you know what I mean? Ant. You feel me? Ants get squashed. You feel me? It was Anthony in round 1. Round 2, Joshua came out. I want to know his Nigerian name. Whoever his Nigerian name, that's what came out in round 2. Yeah, I need to know his Nigerian. I need to find out his actual real Nigerian name. I don't even know it. He began landing. Yeah, he was landing. He said, "Let me land. Joshua, let me land. Bring up. Let me land." You feel me? And it was inevitable. It was inevitable. When I saw that second round, how he came out, I was like, this guy's lost. This guy's lost. And it kind of showed class and professionalism. Because going back to what I said when I said about the MMA fighters, like when they have an advantage or they see they got you rock, they're not going to sit back. Joshua saw that how his punches were getting through, and he said, hey, he was moving like Jack and Tekken. The arms weren't getting tired, they were getting, like there was more oil in it. You feel me? Pause for the oil in the arms, yeah? But that right hand that he gave him, yeah? Let me tell you how confident the right hand Joshua gave him, yeah? You see when Prenga got at my man and dropped him the first 2 times? Prenga was watching him. He kept his eye on him, thinking, rah. He was still there, ready to box. He was waiting, like, our ref was giving, because the second one, the ref gave Joshua a count, innit, yeah? He was there, like, aye, you see when my Nigerian brother dropped this guy, yeah, when he dropped him, he just, if you remember, he just walked away. I can't play the footage because I learnt from the World Cup that, yeah, DAZN are just going to copyright my content. And, bro, a brother's still trying. I ain't even monetized yet on YouTube. So, you feel me? Monetized on the Insta already, but we're not monetized yet. So, come on, guys. You know what I mean? Yeah. But going back to what I was saying, what do we think? It's Anthony Joshua, because we know this is the fight. We're setting it up. All we want is Joshua versus Tyson Fury. Yeah, we want Joshua versus Tyson Fury. And I ain't gonna lie. See me, I'm always so skeptical with boxing. Because sometimes I feel that boxing is strategic. I can't say the word. Strategic. Oh, I didn't say it properly, but you know what I mean, yeah. And the reason why I say it because I've seen some boxing fights where the person that lost should have won, and the person that won should have lost when it goes to points and stuff. And I know that if you're a world champion, it goes in your favor and stuff like that. But boxing sometimes it feels like, bruh, people they wrote a script behind closed doors and came outside. Not to say that this fight was one of them. It was a really exhilarating fight. It was one thing I will say that we ain't really seen Joshua get into for a while. His last kind of scrap was, I would say, the boy. And the boy is whatever his name is, and that was kind of scrap. He lost that, but it was a good scrap, yeah. But this one was if Joshua's fighting style that it is, because I see a lot of people criticizing his fighting style, his new kind of fighting style, but his finishing ability is serious, yeah? That's one thing we can't take away from Joshua. He's finishing and that right hand. I ain't gonna lie, at the start of his career, I never used to think like, oh yeah, it's that bad. But I've seen Joshua, we've seen Joshua with that right hand stop a few people. Like stopped, like, when I mean stopped, like, I've seen Josh with that right hand, after he gives him that right hand, that clear box in the face, my boy just walks off. And he's confident. He's like, yeah, you ain't coming up. When he boxed Prenga yesterday and he dropped, he's like, bro, this guy's not coming. He turned around, he laughed like, look at him. Look now. Look now. You see yourself. You see yourself. Shoti I can't say it properly. Someone that's Yoruba, say it right properly. Shoti yeah, something like that. But against top fighters, yeah, one thing I will say, and against top fighters, that first round that Joshua had, he cannot have. Against a Fury, against a Du Bois, against a, how did I forget? Against a, what's his name? Usyk, I don't know how to say his name, man. The Ukrainian, you can't, like, how he came out that first round was Anthony. It wasn't the, like, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if it's like the London nigger mentality, because we know like Joshua is basically the mandem. He was a mandem. He was outside. You get what I mean? And we kind of have this mentality where certain man can't beat man up. It don't matter. They just can't beat man up. They just can't beat man up. You feel me? Like, I don't even get, like, I'm not like saying this in a racist way or whatever, but even growing up, even came down to certain races, like, bro, that you ain't, bro, you know what I mean? No Asian youth rack me up, no white youth. That's how the, like, certain, like, how the man them that grew up on the blocks think, bro. I'm not even telling you cappage. I'm not even chatting shit, yeah? Not like, the man them are prejudiced or whatnot. They just think, bro, you just think we're the strongest genetically. You get what I mean? And even society plays to them things, you know what I mean? Like, black people, oh yeah, you lot are gorillas, you're monkeys, you're apes. Them, they're strong. You know what I mean? They're strong animals. You get what I mean? Like, and I kind of digressed a bit, but I do feel that certain times against certain of his opponents, the Ruizes, the Prengas, he doesn't rate them. Like, and it's not that he don't rate like their boxing, whatever. He just thinking, bro, these guys, bro, I'll whack this up on a normal day. And I get it, because that's the hood mentality. But reality of the real world, I swear, I don't know if he's been jail, but man's been jail and with Bird and this, bro. There's people that's handsy everywhere. You know what I mean? The Irish dons, there's people that are handsy everywhere, right? Handsy, like hands and feet, you get what I mean? Bro, I'll never forget my first sentence when I was in H&P Lewis, yeah. Big up Giddy all the time, my boy, my Scouser boy from Liverpool, yeah. These youths were, him and his boys were trapping in Brighton, Bait Town. That's when I was talking about the video about the 3 sisters that died in the water. That's how I knew so much about Brighton, innit? And about the CCTV and stuff like that. They were trapping in Brighton, innit, yeah. This guy, Gilly, yeah, was, when I mean, this guy could scrap. Like, even I learned, because he was my cellmate at one point, I learned certain techniques of him. Like, man will tell me, yeah, keep like... Let me tell you one thing I learned of him, to duck. I was a man before, when I used to fight, everyone calls me Combo, innit? Like, my nickname, innit? Like, in the batch, yeah? I'm a man to fight. I'm throwing hands. Like, you might get three, 4 hands. Boom, boom, boom. You feel me? But I'm not ducking for shit. You feel me? You throw a bang, it might miss, I might try to swerve. See all this ducking. I've never been someone to duck before. But big up my brother Clapty, yeah? He's one of the man that I used to see when he scrap, can scrap. Bare ducking, like, man is throwing back and he's ducking underneath it. I'm thinking, wow, that's amazing. That's some ninja shit. But Gilly showed me some stuff when we was in H&P Lewis. And this boy here, this guy, this Scouser, white boy, he was smoking people. It don't matter what, it don't matter. You could be 6'4", wham, black. You don't care. He didn't, like, first thing he didn't care about, like, he's not scared about, you know what I mean? And that's how he should be. He shouldn't fear no one other than God. But he was handsy, yeah? He was knocking things out. Again, if you ain't watched a UK classic, Snatch, I swear it was a Snatch, where Brad Pitt plays the gypsy, knocking things out, yeah? Bro, so it's mentality. And I don't know if he went into that first round not rating my man, innit? Not rating him. But that first round, he learned quickly that I might need to start rating him. I might need to rate him a little bit. I might just need to rate him just because, bro, this guy boxed me twice. But he couldn't knock me out. He dropped me twice. But he was strong enough to put me on my feet. Take me off my feet. Or put me on a knee. And we can learn something from this. Don't, like, you see when it comes to this game, this whatnot, just in life, treat each opponent and give each opponent respect as your loss. You know what I mean? Each opponent, like right now, Joshua and Tyson Fury, that's the big ticket fight. That's Joshua's pay. He's already been paid, but that's his payday. After that fight there, or more, you don't need to fight again. Really, right now, you don't really need to fight again. But after that fight there, with serious wise investments, you don't need to fight again. And to be honest, I don't really want you to fight again because we know about the effects boxing can have, the long-lasting effects. You've done your bit, and also, especially all the events that's happened this year, last year. And like, I'm a man that, especially like with my ones, my people and that, you know, you can look into someone's eyes and you can see more than what they're saying, innit? And with him, he's had to take criticism, pressure, be the golden guy, lose the belt, win, like, bro, lose two, like, I know one of them brothers there, lose 2 good brothers, you feel me? I know one of them. And I just know that they're all good brothers, you get what I mean? But it's actually, he deserves a retirement and the respect that he brought back boxing. Simple fact, yeah? Simple fact. Obviously, the Dylan Whites, the Richards, they all got their says, but Anthony brought back boxing single. Him and Tyson Fury, they brought boxing back. Tyson Fury brought the love of the British, the white, the travellers, all into boxing, the Irish, mostly that, you know what I mean? Because Conor, people, they saw Conor had the UFC in the chokehold, and the Irish love, you get what I mean? But, yeah, man. Anthony needs. I actually like this new fighting style. That second round, if that second round is that's what Anthony's going to be like, we might see the fight. We might have actually see the final form of Anthony Joshua. And this form here, I might be pushing it, but forget Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury is a good boxer, but I feel like Usyk is right now the ultimate boxer. I might be wrong, but from what I see, he's the ultimate boxer. And obviously British belt, Tyson and my man and Anthony, but I just said that he should retire after fighting Tyson. But the only other bigger fight than Tyson is Usyk, for myself anyway. And that's for the real boxers, you get what I mean? The Tyson Fury and Joshua fight is more like, I would say more bravado. To say when these two guys were at their time, who would have won? And to be fair to myself, or what I feel is that when they both was at their super prime, or when Fury was at his prime, because I don't feel like Fury's at his prime right now. Joshua, some people might say when he was when we had the champion, he was at his prime. But some people might say that the opponents that he had on the come up weren't the hardest. You get what I mean? So, but what I've seen of Joshua, especially his fighting style in this last fight, in that second round, when he went to go sit down after the first round, he came out. Joshua basically, because that first round, I'm going to end it like this because I kind of spoke for too long, yeah? Joshua basically, this was a 1 round fight, basically. Joshua only gave him 1 round, yeah? And critics was saying that when Joshua got knocked down, his chin was too high, yeah? So, against Prenga, Joshua stepped in upright. He didn't roll under or slip after punching. Prenga timed a short uppercut as Joshua extended his range, yeah? Entering range without head movement. So Joshua, his head was always preferred controlling distance. In this fight, he tried to use close distance more aggressively. Instead of jab, step, jab again, he often stepped straight in and threw himself immediately. And, well, they criticised this about Joshua a few times, especially in the Andy Ruiz fight when he lost, yeah? And they say he puts too much weight on the front foot. The downside is when you put too much weight on the front foot, yeah, he has an easier counter, the recovering balance takes longer, and especially uppercuts become dangerous, especially dangerous. So because he had so much strength on the front foot, let me just quickly put, you know what I mean? He put so much emphasis on the front foot. When he leaned in, you get what I mean? You just open. They said, get out of here, get Joko. You get what I mean? Defensive guard. Yeah, I'm not going to go through all this because I'm not a boxer, you get what I mean? But at the end of the day, Joshua took the win. Prenga lost second round. For me, this was only a 1 round fight, which was the second round, which when Joshua actually decided to say, I'm going to start boxing properly. You get what I mean? The first round, Joshua was just there. He was competing. As his head was he never tucked in his head. He was just like, it was just a scrap to him. He was like, bro, what are we doing here? I don't think his man was there in the first round. Second round, it was just a 1 round game. And the fact that it was just a 1 round game, for me, like, I'm looking at the bigger picture, I don't think Tyson Fury's got a chance. But yeah, boom bam connect, like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. Anthony, please, just leave Anthony. When it comes to boxing, just come up with Joshua. Or I need to find out your Nigerian name, please. Let me know your Nigerian name. But leave Anthony at home. Anthony is the good side, he's the good boy, you know what I mean? And what Dada is Anthony. And what Dada, you feel me? Joshua is, hold on. Joshua is, you know what I mean? That's where the madman comes out, you get it? But boom bam connect, like, comment, subscribe, whoosh.